Hello, I'm Bood and welcome to the channel and welcome to episode 1 of Rebuilding Everton, part of my rebuild series where I try and take big teams or big-ish teams who have had success in the past, or maybe they're just itching for a little bit of success. Well, I try and bring in my tactic, bring in my systems, bring in the way I play Football Manager, and I try and change their fortunes. I've had varied success, mainly success, but now as the series goes on, I think I want to challenge myself. Now, the reason I've chosen Everton is because I think they're a fantastic club. I'm going to put this out there. I've talked about this in the past, but part of my family, they're not Scousers, but their dad was a Scouser. Their dad married my auntie. So a lot of my cousins are Everton fans. And they're Mancunians, but they're Everton fans. And they're older than me. So when I was a kid, they'd take me to Goodison Park. And I've watched many games at Goodison when I was a kid, and they really wanted me to be an Everton fan, but I'm a Manchester United fan like my dad. So, but I still love that. I still like him. I just like the club, so I kind of want to do well for him. Plus, one of my best friends, James, who's a massive Football Manager fan, he's an Everton fan because when we were little, he didn't really see much of his dad. And he liked toffees, so he chose Everton. But now he's a hardcore Everton fan. So I've got a lot of connections with the club, and they're itching to do well, aren't they? So I thought, let's see if I can do well, because my friend says it's hard. He's been trying for the last couple of years, and he says it's hard. So can I do it? Can I win Everton anything? We're going to find out over the next few episodes. If you do enjoy it, make sure you smash the like button. I really do appreciate it. If you want to help the channel a little bit more, you can pledge to my Patreon. You'll find a link to that down below. Make sure you go and catch up on all my other content, this series, all my other stuff. But for now, I think we just get stuck right into rebuilding Everton. It's been a fun save, I can't lie. Now here we are. I've just taken over Everton at this point, and obviously it's an updated database. It's a database that came out, I think, the day after the English transfer window shut. Now, I didn't notice this at first, but the guy who made it was trying to be clever, which is alright, it's fine, but I think he made a mistake, and I'd started playing it before I noticed his mistake, so I couldn't rectify his mistake. Now his mistake is this: Bramley-Moore Dock Stadium. If we go to the facilities, you'll see we played in Bramley-Moore Dock Stadium. I think that's what they're going to be calling it. 52,000 stadium, they're moving into it in 2023. It looks amazing, you can find out about it online. It looks fantastic. I might even show you a few pictures now, it's brilliant. But if you look down here, planned move. Apparently we're moving into the stadium in 2023. So I think that's what he wanted, just that effect that, you know, it's an updated database. What if you want to play this for years, you will eventually move there. But I don't know what he's clicked on. I'd have to look into it, and I can't be bothered to make it was already there. So I don't know what's going to happen on the 1st of July. But we're already in it, which is a good thing. Bye-bye Goodison. Now, you might have also noticed that the facilities are amazing, superb, fantastic. Finch Farm is out of this world, crazy good. Now, my cousins and my friend are Mancunians, but there's a famous saying that proper, true Liverpudlians are Everton fans. And I remember hearing a story once, I think it was Rihanna. She did a concert in Liverpool, and she came on stage wearing a Liverpool shirt, thinking, I'm in Liverpool, I'll get a great cheer, and the freaking place booed her out of there because they're all blue. It's like United, isn't it? Most Liverpool fans are from Bournemouth or freaking Norwich or Ireland, aren't they? Let's be honest. So yeah, we're here with the true blues. And Everton. What the hell's going on? Firstly, let's look at the finances. I ain't got any. We're minus 34 to start off with, and I've got 3.5 million to spend. I've got 100 grand to play with in the wage budget. So that's brilliant. If we check the transfers, obviously these are all the transfers that happened in real life. Now you can't see this because of my head, but apparently this summer they spent 129 million, which is insane. Now you know most of these players. We'll have a quick look at them later, but that's why I've got no money. Okay, first I just want to discuss tactics. Now, one person has mentioned, why don't you ever change your tactic? Well, the whole point of this is I love this tactic and I want to try and use it to better teams. The other point is I am not a tactics man. I'm not. I can put you onto a great tactics guy who does great tactics videos. It's called FM Life from Australia. good friend, old friend now, and he does all that. I don't do that. I tend to find one, stick with it, and don't ever change because I'm boring like that. I've always been like that. And I think I'm like the majority of people who like a tactic and just want it to work. Now, a lot of people message me and they love this. A guy messaged me the other day. It's working perfectly for his Arsenal team. I've had a guy message me recently who won the Champions League, beating Barcelona with Rosenberg. But then I have had the odd person who messaged me saying it don't work and they can't get it to work. One of them with a team that I will be doing eventually on the rebuild series. So that's going to be interesting. If it's not working for him, will it work for me? So all I'll say is, it is what it is. Try and get players to fit it eventually. Make sure you're training them players to whatever position they're playing in. Make sure they're training for that position. Even if they're not a volante, make sure they're training to be a volante or a poacher. And they might get it eventually. If they don't, it's just one of them things. It don't work for everyone. But we are sticking with it. Hopefully, we can change Everton's fortunes. Now, obviously, we've got a good squad. They've got some decent players who've spent big. And the bookies think we're going to be 7th. And this is before I've done anything. I've not touched the thing. I just think it's a bit... I don't know what it is about that squad. I'm not a fan. One thing I could do this first season, obviously I'm not going to be able to do much with the squad. I was going to try, but I'm not going to be able to do much. But one thing I could do, like always, was the staff. And this is the original staff. Yeah, as you can tell, I want a fan. I mean, for a kickoff, we've got Luis Boa-Morte as an assistant manager. Never happening. Never happening. I've got a good goalkeeping coach. Everyone else, probably going to go out the door. Well, this is a couple of months later, and this is why my new staff. Now, I've stripped the scouting team. It's not very good, but we have got good scouts. I've just not got... I'm competing with like big clubs with 1 million scouts. I was going to do a slow build here. Get a few good scouts in, do some scouting. As long as they're good scouting, I'm getting good reports back. That's all that mattered for me. I think I definitely improved the medical team. I can't hire a doctor. That's one thing I want in FM20. I think, was it with sports scientists? When they first brought them out, you couldn't do anything with them. They were just there. And then the same thing with doctors. If we've got a staff member, let them have attributes. Let them be an actual character I can fire and hire. Do you know what I mean? Why can't we? Why can't I go out there and look for a great doctor? I don't get why they do that, so please change it. But look at the coaching team. Happy days. It's brill. As I mentioned, I think with Werder Bremen, once you find a good staff member, if you can get him, brilliant. Now, my next team after this, I've only just started playing that. I can't get Philip Lau. He doesn't want to come because we're pretty bad. But I could get him again here, and I think this is my 3rd team with Phil now, and he's a great assistant manager. Like I said, he's a coach, but you can make him as assistant, and he's got great attributes, and he will help you along the way. We've got a fantastic head of youth, like I always do as well. If I can, if I've got a small team, I'll get 1 goalkeeping coach, 1 fitness coach, and then fill it out with some coaches. If I can have a bigger team like I can here, I always go for 2 goalkeeper. So we kept Mr. Oliveira. We've got this new guy in Marcos. Bring 2 fitness coaches in, so you've got that proper balance, and then I start building the coaching team from there. Over to the transfers, and I've got rid of some players. I've managed to bring in 16 million, which we needed. Got rid of some. Some guys have gone on a free. I think I'll show you a couple of the key ones, and I've brought in 4 on loan because they ain't got any money. First player to leave was Omar Niasse. That's what I'm going for. So that's his name. Got a couple of mil for him. He's worth more than that now, but it's always the case. I didn't fancy him at all. You may like him. I didn't. Another big player to leave was Yannick Bolasie. I know he's a winger. He can cover on both wings, but wow, I've got 1 million players that can cover on the wings. I think I've brought some in as well, so it's fine. And I could get money for him. I want him off the wage bill. And the other big player, the only other one I'm going to show you in detail, is Morgan Schneiderlin. Obviously, I know him a little bit from his time at United, and I used to be a pretty decent player. 28 years old now, and his attributes have gone. Now, players I've brought in on loan because they're cheaper on wages. So hopefully they'll work for me. Loan players have worked for me on other saves. That's all I could do, innit? That's all I could do. But in 25-year-old Jesse, who is a player, he's all right, you know. He can cover up front and he can play out wide. And apparently, he's got more potential ability. I don't think you can get that. I thought at 24 they'd finish. I brought in another player who I've had on other saves because I know he's half decent. He'll sit in the middle of that tactic when needed. He's got stamina. He's pretty strong. He can tackle. He can pass. He's a good team player. And again, cheap on the old wages. Another player in on loan and another player that's a bit cheaper on wages than the player I've let go, that is, is Marco. 23 years old, can cover on both wings. Bit of a squad player, really. And then I've made this signing. I played this a few years ago. Some people actually liked him. Now, I know some people hate him. He's done some bad things, hasn't he? He tackled someone. Is it Arsenal fans that hate him? Can't remember. Don't really care. No, he's a Man United kid, isn't he? Ryan. 6'3", same size as me. He's got decent attributes, and I needed that fourth centre half. So to get him on loan for 16.5 grand a week is brilliant. Now here we are with the team report, and I normally start at the back and work my way forward. I want to start at the front, because if there's one thing this team's got, it's lots of airy-fairy, farty-arty winger/strikers. I ain't got a proper striker like that I like. Someone who's up front. Like for Marseille, I had Benny. Do you know what I mean? Or Fulkrug. Someone who's going to sit up top as a poacher and score me 30 goals. This geezer as well. I mean, Ricky. Call him Ricky. He's a winger. I've got Bernard who can play out left as well. I mean, he don't play up front, but he's half decent, but I don't really like him. Alex Iwobi, he's another winger who's okay. It's a team full of okay. Now we've got this guy, Tosun, is it? Moise Keane, who can play up top, also as a winger. I think he's more of a winger. Obviously, we're using my tactics, so Siggy don't really suit it. I'm going to stick with him now, but if anything in this team, if Siggy's not one of them players that weirdly works amazing, the plan was to sell him at the end of the year because he's probably our biggest player, isn't he? Get some money for him. But again, I mean, we've got this guy in the middle with obviously that guy alone there and the guy at the top, Jean-Philippe, who's half decent to be fair. And then after that, we've got Davies. Oh my God. Right back, we've got a guy in on loan from Monaco who's already here on loan. My left back's decent. Lucas. Fabian Delph as well. I totally didn't even realise they'd signed him. He's half decent. He's a great squad player. But what I wanted to say is, obviously, Everton had great fullbacks a couple of years ago. Left back, Leighton Baines. He's not what he was, is he? And then we've obviously got Seamus. Is it Seamus Coleman. Centre half, Michael Keane, who is supposed to be half decent, but whenever I hear about him, he's done something stupid. Got another good young centre half, 23-year-old Colombian, Yeri, let's get merry. Holgate as well, a good young player. And that's all he had for centre halves, I think. That's why I brought in Shawcross. Great. In net, I feel a bit better. We've got a half-decent young keeper and England's number one. So that's one positive. But wow. Now, we've still got Bill Kenwright. He's still knocking about, but he doesn't own the club, does he? He's never had any money. He's like an art, isn't he? A theatre manager. An old actor that used to be in Coronation Street or something. Anyway, I know he's still about, so I don't know if he's like an advisory director or something. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe you can tell me. But I know they've got a new owner who, has got a few quid, apparently. So, as a board, they just want me to get in the Europa League because this year we're not in Europe. So that's always one advantage with something like this. We're only concentrating on minimal competition, so you get a little bit of an advantage, don't you, with players and fitness and so on. FA Cup 6th round. Carabao Cup, they're not asked. I bet you would be asked if I freaking won it. Because this club's got a great history, but I'm pretty sure the last trophy they won was the FA Cup when they beat Manchester United in the final in about, was it 95? It was a crap year for me because we lost the Premier League to Blackburn, I think on the last day of the season. It was at West Ham. Were we at West Ham? We were battering West Ham. All we needed was a goal, I think. It's a long time ago. And then I remember thinking, we've got the FA Cup. And then we lost the FA Cup as well. And I used to work for my cousin, and you'd go in his office, and he'd have this massive picture on the wall of like artistic picture of all the players. And Joe Royle was the manager, I think, of them winning the FA Cup. And every time I watched it, I'd be like, asshole. In the mid-80s, you see there, Liverpool won it 3 years. The title, they won it 3 years on a run. Then Everton won it, then Liverpool, then Everton, then Liverpool. But them years Everton won it, I think we were banned from Europe because of Liverpool fans. So my cousins, they felt like they were robbed of ever, when they had that amazing team that probably could have gone and won a Champions League trophy or the European Cup. They never got to because of Liverpool. Here are the finances at the start of the season. They are looking a little bit better. We've got a bit of money in the bank because I sold off some players and we've replaced them with loans. I've got the wage bill right down there, haven't I? Got 700 grand to wiggle with now. That's alright. I'm not going to. I'm not touching it. hopefully we can, since we're in our fantasy stadium, make a lot of money this year. Here we are with pre-season, and it was pretty long, pretty random, to be fair. Some of it was, sometimes I forget to click certain things. Some of it I made, and then my assistant made some, so whatever. But it was long, but let me have a good look at the team, and to be fair, we did pretty well. We beat Barcelona. I know it's a friendly, but we beat Barcelona 2-1. Jesse got both goals. Every time I see his name, do you remember that song? Jesse, paint a picture. Remember that? If you don't, you're probably too young, but yeah, it just reminds me of that. And here we are in the future. It's now the 1st of January 2019. Now, I will say, for some weird reason on this one, maybe I was enjoying it too much. I always used to save a running point, didn't I? And now I've not done that. So we're going to have the January, and then we're always going to go straight to the end on each season. So it is what it is. But here we are, it's January the 1st. And at the minute, we're right around where the bookies thought we were going to be. Manchester United at the top of the league, joint with Man City. That's quite cool to see. Arsenal not far behind with Liverpool. So that is a real good battle there, isn't it? I like that. I love a competitive league, me. Especially when you're in the mix. Now, we're not in the mix. We've got 30 points, so we're miles away. But I just want to get in them European spots. I'm only 6 points off them at the minute, which, you know, anything could happen. We've won 8, drawn 6, and we've lost 6. Pickford, though, as always, I think this tactic's great at defending. Pickford's got second most clean sheets. So let's start by looking at the defending. And, yeah, we've got a great goalkeeper, but I don't get it. We're 9th when it comes to defending. We've conceded 26, but Bournemouth, we've got they must have built a brick wall to fill the entire goal, so you can't score any goals against them because somehow they're the best. Goals-wise, yeah, we've got 29. We're 8th where we are in the league. Maybe that says something. But all the big teams are firing them in. I really want proper strikers. Now here's our form in the Premier League. We started off with a loss, which, to be fair, was a great game. We only got beat by a goal, so we lost 4-3. Then we beat Villa like I thought we would, which was great. And then we got absolutely spanked off United. And then we went on a kind of a decent run. I lost points against teams I don't think we should have. In Wolves, Norwich definitely. City beat us, but fair play. We beat Arsenal, which was amazing. Absolutely amazing. But I'm going to skim all the way down to this one because this is disappointing. You don't want to lose a derby at Anfield, do you? Especially 4-1. This is a squad arranged by average rating. And you'll see the guy at the top, who I thought was going to be okay, has ended up being my best winger, Mr. Alex Iwobi. Played 12 times, scored 7 goals, set up 3. It's the thing sometimes, you just don't know, do you? He's going to be good until you see him play or they fit into your tactic. Now, he's a good winger. This guy at centre-half, very good young centre-half. He's now 24. I like him a lot. This guy, though, that apparently didn't fit my tactic too well, fits it pretty well. Andre Gomez. I think he was on loan last year in real life and they've signed him this year. I like him. Quick checking in the finances, and yeah, this club's wage bill's pretty big, I think. I feel like that's sucking the money out from us because we've got a big stadium, loads of fans. We're not doing too bad. I just think we've got some silly wages, so we're already minus 20 in the hole. And we'll start with the Carabao Cup, or the League Cup. I like to call it the League Cup. And we kicked off our campaign against a great team, Newcastle United, another team I have a lot of love for different reasons. And we beat them 2-1 with Mr. Alex Iwobi getting both the goals. Instant hero, Alex. We then beat Spurs for the second time, this time away in our amazing kit. I don't know if they've got a kit this year, but last year's away kit was a beautiful thing. I like a bit of black and I like a bit of pink. And yeah, Tosun got that goal, but it doesn't matter who scored it, we won. Where we faced the mighty Carlisle United, ended up wearing our away kit at home, which is a bit weird. But it is what it is. We got 2 goals. Calvin Hewitt, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Don't know where I got the Hewitt from. He scored. He's not played much. He's a bit of a squad player. And Kevin Morales, who I was trying to sell at the start of the year. If you're wondering where Kev was, he's injured at the start of the game. He was in reserves. I'm trying to get rid of him. But look who we've got in the semi-finals, eh? Liverpool, 2-legged. Ooh, that'd be exciting. Even though Liverpool battered us, remember, 4-1. So like I said earlier, I forgot to do the running points. I was playing too much. Well, to be fair, I forgot to do it on the first one, this one. So when I played second and maybe the third year, I'll have to wait and see. I just thought let's continue the theme because I hate anything that's not the same. I've got a bit of OCD, you see. So we're going to jump forward to the end of the year. But right now we're 8th, so we're not far off our target of a Europa League spot. We've got to play Liverpool, and we've got to play that team in the FA Cup. And I still hate most of my players. Could we do it? Let's start off though with the FA Cup, and we won that first game 3-0. B team did, obviously, and we did okay, to be fair. Theo Walcott as well, by the way. You forgot he's here, didn't you? I bet you did, didn't you? Got man of the match, scored a goal, scored a penalty. He's in the reserves as well. He's on a load of money. I try to sell him and all. Hopefully he'll piss off in the summer. In the next round we drew Bristol City. Kind of went for this because I wanted to do well. And we drew 0-0. We should have won, but it was a really even game. Bristol City matched us. And then in the replay, beat us on penalties. They were better than us, so again in the game they were better. Well, let's go over to the Carabao Cup, and obviously we had 2 legs in the semi-final against Liverpool, and we lost at Anfield again, 2-1. They were better, they had more chances. Andrew Robertson scored, James Milner scored, Moise Keane got our goal in between their goals. But you know, the tie wasn't over, because we played out of our skin at, I nearly said Goodison Park, at Bramley Moor Stadium. Out of our skin. We won 3-2, ends up being 4-4. Away goals don't matter, did they? I thought they did, and then I realised it didn't because penalties came up. So we went to penalties, and it's always a lottery, and we won the freaking lottery. We won the lottery. Even I was shocked. Manchester City in the final with a team. I don't even like it. I don't even like half my players. We're so unbalanced. But to do what we did in my first, to win a freaking trophy in my first year, I think it says something about the tactic. And I know some of you said it don't work for you. Some of you says it does. But I always think getting there, I know I'm not, it's the Carabao Cup, the board don't even give a shit. I give a shit, and if you're an Everton fan, you've been jumping for joy, you've been shagging your wife, there's going to be 1 million babies born in 9 months' time called BOODFM. Some of them might even be called Jessie. Do you know what I mean? And we needed that because I might have got the sack, and I'll be honest with you, they were contemplating it. The board said to me they were not happy with my performance because of the league. So without that, I wouldn't have got in the Europa League, and I might have got sacked for the first time in this entire rebuild series. So the Volcano, like I said, I think it's a great tactic. If you've got world-class players, like you saw with United, you'll do well. Marseille, a good team, did well. Werder Bremen, we did okay, right? I think with a team like Everton or Werder Bremen or whatever, it's going to be an okay tactic, but you're going to start to need to get players that really fit it. You can't really plug in gaps with okay. You know, like Pogba shouldn't really work, but he did at United. So yeah, that was disappointing. We should have finished higher. Now I've highlighted the first game after you last saw the Premier League results. The back end of our season was atrocious. Atrocious. I mean, drawn, lost a couple, drew, lost, lost, drew, won, drew, won. It's like a song. Do you know what I mean? Won 3 games against Burnley, Newcastle and Sheffield United. Yeah, a lot of work I need to do really, but at least we've got something. At least we've got something this year. This is my squad arranged by average rating, and yeah, what I learned is I kind of maybe fluked a cup, to be fair. I did. I think I did. And I've got a lot of players I don't like. Gomez I like, Mia, Yeri I like, Calvert I might keep as a squad player. Delph, he's better than I thought. Can play at left back, can play in the middle. Leighton Baines out the door. Alex Iwobi, you're staying. Siggy is going. Pickford staying. Keane staying. And then if I could sell the rest of them, maybe keep obviously Moise Keane. So there you go. That is the end of the first year here at Everton. I'm going to tell you now, we are doing 3 episodes of this. Of course we are. But we finished this first season with Andre Gomez, a defensive midfielder, as my leading goal scorer. That says a lot, doesn't it? He's also my best player. Alex Iwobi got the most assists. We had the 11th highest attack, which again says something. That's the main focus next year. The 9th best defence. Hopefully we can change that up and hopefully turn this club into a top 6, top 4 before the 3 episodes out or finish. I think it's the kind of thing that needs a good few years, but I understand what my friend was telling me now. It's tough. So there we have it. That is the end of episode 1 of Rebuilding Everton. Hopefully you've enjoyed it enough, even if you're a Liverpool fan. I can't rebuild your team because you're too good. That's coming from a Man United fan. So take that as a compliment and smash the like button. If you're brand new, feel free to subscribe. And if you want to help the channel that little bit more and keep the wife off my back, you can pledge to my Patreon. You'll find a link to that down below. We'll be doing a 10k Q&A very soon with my wife. It's going to be in the next couple of weeks. So I'll put a video out very soon to see if any of you guys want to ask me or her any questions. If you want a chance to win FM20, go back a few videos. You'll find I'm running a competition. I'm going to be giving away a good few copies now of FM20. I hope you enjoyed this, and thank you for the support and help in getting me to 10k. I really, really do appreciate all of it. Honestly, comments, the likes, the views. It's a hobby, this. You let me do my hobby. So yeah, thank you very much. You have been absolutely amazing. I've been Bood, and I'll see you for episode 2 of Rebuilding Everton. Bye-bye.